Hello, good afternoon, Cower Football, and it's me. And I have not gotten to you guys in a while through a video message, and I just want to kind of reach out and pass some information that I think is going to be pretty important for you all to know as we get here in the home stretch. And so, with that, I just want to first and foremost thank you all for the continued support. Thank you for encouraging your kids to be uncommonly great and come to practice and work as hard as they have. And I think that you've seen the fruits of their labor during the games. I know that so many of our kids have done an extremely great job in school, and their grades are speaking to that. And the way they respond and perform in the community has also been a reflection of just great cooperation between the way you guys are raising your young men and the way we're able to pour into them through Cowra football. And so we want to continue that trend because the season's not over, and we got a few things coming up this week and then beyond. And so this week, first and foremost, I want to make sure that I cleared up any confusion. The Gold game is Thursday, and it's going to be at Great Mills at 5 o'clock. There's a typo on the original schedule, and I apologize for that. So the Gold guys will be playing their final regular season game on Thursday at Great Mills at 5 o'clock. Before that, though, we will be asking the Gold guys that fit certain requirements, things that we're looking for. Few of them will have an opportunity to come up and play with the Blue guys as we move into the playoffs. And then that's not going to be for everybody. We can't fit everybody into our Blue team, but we do know that both squads make up our entire program, and we love them all, and we want to celebrate them all. But this opportunity is presented to certain players that one we know they can be counted on, that we know can be counted on, be at practice each day, because there is a stretch between what they're used to doing as Gold team members to what the Blue team members are. And that means that Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesdays, we, of course, will continue to have practice. Thursday, we'll have practices. Games are, of course, should be on Friday through the playoffs. And then Saturday mornings, we get together and meet. And so if any Gold guy wants to be up with us, we're expecting them to work with us through that and be with us all 6 days a week. So that's the first thing that we expect our guys to do. Number two is they need to be eligible. And the eligibility thing is very important for our kids. For any Blue guy, we expect them to be eligible once we have the final report card come out, which will happen somewhere in the first or second week of November. November 3rd, I know, is the end of the quarter. And at that point, anybody who has a report card that is not a 70% or better or has more than one failure will no longer be eligible to play with us and will not be eligible to continue on until fall or spring sport, winter sports until the interim report. And so our young men and you all need to be aware of that. We've been working diligently on helping our guys achieve the grades they need to be achieved. We're working diligently with them to kind of stop procrastinating and waiting until the last minute to get their schoolwork in. But that's a standard in which they need to uphold. Now, of course, we have already talked about that standard is too low for us, that we prefer our kids to have a minimum standard of 75% no failures, just so one, they obviously are living closer to uncommon greatness, but moreover, to not prevent them from having the options as they progress through high school to possibly go to college or to join any trade school that have requirements of a certain GPA or better. So with that, we're going to continue to do study hall. Our student athlete academic support time will still be led by our team leaders on Tuesdays and Wednesdays throughout the postseason. And so we'll be able to celebrate that with our kids and do that with our players who are with us on the Blue Squad. With that, we also want to mention that since this Friday night is our final regular season Blue game, it is also our senior night. And so all parents of seniors, we request that you guys be here no later than 6:10. 6:10 will allow you guys plenty of time to be able to assemble on the track with your seniors. Now, our senior night is a little different because we're doing it conjoined with dance team, with the cheerleaders, and band. It's a long, long line of people who we celebrate, and anybody that's been a part of our senior banquet, and football celebration knows that night is fantastic, and that's really when we get intimate and we celebrate our seniors the proper way. And we just don't believe that the senior night, where we march across the track, is going to bring as much respect and reverence to what those kids have accomplished and what they've been able to enjoy here as players at Calvert High. So we will march them across with their families. We will celebrate them, of course. That is a tradition that we love and hold dear to our hearts. But we won't have a whole lot of fanfare there. I know that there's wonderful posters being presented and created on the sidelines for our players, which is exciting. But that's pretty much it. And so we know that the banquet, which will be coming after the season's ended, so the date has not been set for the football banquet and senior celebration. That'll be set for a Sunday afternoon, sometime in December or January, following the postseason. So keep your mind and eyes looking for that, because we'll be sending that information out to you as soon as we solidify those dates. Pitcher Day is today. It came across my desk last week or 2 weeks ago. I forgot about it, but we have a new pitcher provider, so they'll be doing pitchers today after school. We'll get our kids in uniform. They'll have the options to then order stuff online. They don't need to have money or anything today to do that, but we are taking pitchers today. And so if you want to encourage young men to sign up for an individual pitcher, if that's what you want, please, by all means, make sure that you let them know that through text. Make sure I get all this other stuff covered. The concession stand. Friday night is again the final home season game, but I imagine we'll be running concessions through the playoffs, and we should have a few playoff games at home as long as we continue to do what we need to do on the field. And so with that, we need concession stand help. And obviously, we wouldn't ask our blue parents to do that because they want to be in the stands to watch their kids play. And so we'd love to have any gold team parents to continue to help us out in the concession stand. I'm looking forward to working with the boosters department to help us, gain some necessary resources to help us with some costs that we've had in our program. And I think it's easier for us to do that as long as we're putting forth the effort and energy to help raise funds for the booster program. So we need that as well. Lastly, I just want to again thank you all. I appreciate the time and energy you put into this program. I appreciate the tremendous and positive support that we always get from you all. I know that a lot of times what we do as a football program sometimes it goes misunderstood, and I apologize if I have not been forthright with information or if you guys felt like you've been in the dark at times. I try not to do that, but I do want you to know that there's an open line of communication through either text or email that you guys can regularly use to get any questions you might have answered. We do care about you young men, and we care about you all. And so with that, I appreciate everybody. I want you guys to have a really great week as we finish out week 9, the final game of the regular season. And we look forward to seeing you guys on Thursday and Friday. I'm Coach Sneed, and I'm out.